Do we know that Muse is normal? Because in the comics, he's inhuman.
Cherry, there is a serial killer on the loose.
Jess, leave me alone with the couch. Bishop can fix it. Bishop can fix me. They are bridging her.
Tell me when it's done.
I don't know
You
when
have
it's
to
done.
look at it. I'm not looking at it.
For the rest of the
Because if I look at it, I'm going to notice it's on my arm.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, here with
Jessica Clemons.
and we're reacting to episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again. I know, it's been a huge week of major movie news, and New Rockstars is getting to it as fast as we can. But if you thought we were not going to react to Daredevil episode 7, you were sorely mistaken, my friends. Spending Tuesday nights with Jessica, watching this show, reacting to it, has been a delight.
It is my calm. It is my relax. It is my relax.
It's my safe space, and I promise this week I will not lift up my shoe and bounce it so much in frame. I realized it must have been very annoying for some of you last week.
What
Not
were you
happening this
doing?
week. I was doing this, and I was going, bounce.
I didn't even notice, but I'm also watching the TV. I'm not watching us watch the TV.
I also have like severe anxiety and all kinds of tics that I'm just realizing, and I think that's one of them.
They're like, well, keep it to yourself.
Well, if you need a way to work through your anxiety, sometimes squeezing the heck out of a pillow is a great way you can do that. And we have Daredevil themed pillows and all kinds of great merch at nerdright.shop, which is the best way to support us here at New Rockstars. But Daredevil Born Again, we had 2 episodes last week, 1 episode this week, and you ready for it?
Yeah, dude, I'm so stoked. And this is a shorter episode.
Looks like it. Yeah. It's all good. We'll enjoy it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
When you look out this window, what do you see?
Starbucks, voters.
Sbarro's.
Starbucks? Oh my God. How does
I trust a bro moving van?
you know that van that always shows up? I think it was in Miss Marvel.
A shawarma restaurant?
Oh, she's in the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, she has PTSD probably now.
makes sense.
Oh wait, so she remembers?
Okay.
Oh, he's on his period. Carrie.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Jess, leave me alone with the couch.
I burn it, throw it away. Burn it, get it out of here.
With your old friends, Foggy and Karen.
Kinda.
Sorry, that pause after Karen, I was reading too into it.
It's not a fight. It's a process.
That's why you don't date therapists.
Or you do,
No.
because he needs this. He needs it.
From a professional who doesn't have an emotional stake in his relationship.
I get that, but this is free.
Cheaper than
And
therapy.
you saw him trying to get that loan. It was not working at first.
Talk to your contacts.
No. If you want to blow up your life again, you go ahead.
What, Cherry? There is a serial killer on the loose.
Yeah, I would say now's not the time for caution.
Yeah, we'll do it with the next project, not this one.
He had me unjustly arrested. He took down my entire business.
Okay,
He
that's
one that
fine.
made hardworking people who believed in themselves and my enterprise richer than they ever dreamed of.
Oh my God, he's a boy.
Entire network.
He's back to
Blue-collar millionaire.
Kingpin mode.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Dream.
Run!
It's my 8th
Oh my God, he
birthday,
came in with a
and
duffel
in this
bag.
house upstate, we used to spend
There's no
summers-
cuts or bruises on his face. You would think.
This bouquet-
I don't want to not believe that he's not Muse.
Yeah.
I'm like, I refuse.
He's gotta be
He's
Muse.
gotta be.
I competed in Taekwondo because they made me.
You think he took classes with Kate Bishop? She's a martial artist.
Well, it's also they're around the same age.
They should hook up.
No, keep him away from her.
She can handle him.
She's a perfect angel.
She can fix him.
If you hook me up on a blind date with Jeffrey Dahmer, I'd say no.
Bishop can fix it.
Bishop can fix
Bishop can fix me.
It's all thanks to you.
His glassy eyes. He's so good at playing a psycho.
But
It's great.
I'm just the
No,
conduit.
you were the key.
Oh. Well, our time's up.
What's in that bag?
In me. So something I didn't know was missing. You've allowed my creativity to flourish, to soar to heights I never even imagined.
For what reason?
We've had one session.
You're not listening to me, Dr. Glenn.
Out the door.
The city is finally starting to see me for who I really am.
Oh boy.
She said, I know exactly who you are.
Oh, uh-oh.
Great, perfect.
You just see Victoria Newman outside. Kablooey.
This is crazy. This guy.
Don't use just your, get a tissue.
But he's a crazy person. Crazy people never use tissue to wipe their bloody noses. Oh, no.
Yourself be scary. It's like you always say. We can't hide from ourselves.
He's drying. He's drying.
Truly be free.
That's a lot of nose blood.
There's only one question on your mind right now. Can I make it to the door in time?
Oh, what a little shit. Oh.
Bitch move. Bitch move. All years of Taekwondo on a helpless fucking person. Bitch move. Well, I guess he's been taking helpless people this entire episode.
Just a jerk. He was just up there.
Stop. He was waiting too. He was like, okay, they're gone.
Dude,
It's
don't
just funny.
touch him with your, I understand you gotta.
He has gloves. He got gloves.
No, that's his bare hand.
That is bear.
No, hold on. No. The flakes of the paint would not match Heather Glenn's.
Scene after scene after scene in this part. Hey! he threw that fucking baton.
Mr. Mayor, I'm all confused now. I see Tweety birds going around my head.
I can't stand up straight. Oh no!
I think I'm gonna take a nap, Mr. Mayor. No, do not fall asleep.
Okay.
You are the thin, dark line protecting this city.
Oh, they said it.
There's the line. Whoa, he changed into his clothes.
Okay, so fully confirmed this is who he is.
What are you doing?
Heather Glenn's going into a fridge faster than Trader Joe's peanut butter.
She's not gonna die. Also, I
She's
don't
there.
put my Trader Joe's peanut butter in the fridge, and that's why it's so oily at the top.
They are fridging her.
Ah!
Ugh. Yucktown.
Tell me when it's done.
I don't know.
You
when
have
it's
to
done.
look at it. I'm
My
not
eyes are
looking
gonna be
at
closed
it.
for the rest of the
Because if I look at it, I'm gonna notice it's on my arm.
All right, I think we're okay, but I can't promise, and we'll come back to it.
Look at you. You can't even talk to me without that insane mask on.
After watching
Anybody
Adolescence, I know
who
that's
uses
not the way to be
is a
going at
coward.
this.
Shouldn't have called him insane.
Uh-huh.
Whoa!
What hit him in the head?
Don't let him get away this time, Matt. I love when he bounces Billy Club off their heads.
Okay, Heather, come on. Now's the time to shine, girl. Stab someone. Stab something.
Your time to shine. Hello.
Oh, great.
Oh
Girl.
no.
Oh! Did it go through his chest?
Oof. Matthew.
Matthew.
Foggy's in the corner. Get him! Get him! Get him, Maddie! This is.
I literally predicted that Muse would go into the end of the season, and I was wrong. He's just gonna keep killing people.
Oh my God.
There you go. Now you didn't even have to do it. Heather did it.
Oh boy. She didn't go for the head.
But he's a normal guy.
Michael Myers got shot in the chest too.
Michael Myers was technically above super strength.
Also, do we know that Muse is normal? Because in the comics, he's inhuman.
I don't think they like saying that word in the MCU.
It's
just Black Bolt.
That's true.
But watch, they bring it back for just Muse.
Muse is now king of the Inhumans.
King of the Inhumans. If they pin this on Daredevil.
Oh, they're gonna do
Muse
it.
is dead.
Cole North is like, Muse is dead. I'm pretty sure Daredevil did everything. Pretty sure Daredevil was a real bad guy.
I think Muse actually had nothing to do with this. They put this man in this outfit.
The way he died, it's like he made his final work of art on that tarp.
You are heroes. There was no one else up here. Isn't that right, Sergeant North?
Yes, it is, Mr. Mayor. That's right.
What do you really stand for, Cole North? Punisher didn't believe in this. Pushover.
If you stand for nothing, North, what
What
do
do you fall for?
Boop beep bop, boop boop beep beep bop, boop beep.
I want to be
My
in the
name
room
is
where
Erik,
it
and I'm here to
happens.
say I like musicals on the Broadway.
On the Broadway. BB, why are you actually afraid of him? What's going on here? You're a journalist. What the? What? She's not afraid of him.
Because
She's not
anyone who
afraid of him.
does that much ketamine, you should be afraid of.
I'll tell you right now, I would have been like, look here, you're gonna get off that chair and get away from that desk, and we're gonna square up in the back alley for 5 minutes.
So sorry.
Damn, he's visited 2 people in the hospital back to back, back to back.
The nurses are like, ooh, back again, Mr. Murdoch.
And maybe I'll get captured. Girl, don't feel bad. You saved New York.
Yeah, she really did. And smile. This is as much as I can smile.
Even when I'm trying to fake it, I'm still smiling. She's not calling a hit out on her man. She's calling a hit on her man. So Tony Soprano, ending of The Sopranos?
Or is this a like a Godfather?
No, she's calling him. No. Yeah, it might be a Godfather thing because there's no way.
He's going to kill Mr. Fisk.
But she set him up.
He didn't even flinch.
Thank you, Buck.
There's his
backstory.
Uh-huh.
We still don't know whether it was like a trap or not. I assume it is.
I think she was trying to take him out.
I want to believe it's that. I want to believe it's that.
Little game that they play.
Yeah, I want to believe that.
Honey, I will send a killer after you. And if you love me, you'll figure out what I'm doing, and you'll have Buck standing by to shoot him.
I agree, only because Vanessa knew about Adam being trapped in that basement.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, this turns me on.
I think I agree with you. I think she's into it. I think she likes to cross a line, and then she wants him to punish the guy.
Yeah, she wants him back on the criminal side. She's like, I don't understand this political part.
Right.
Come back to the family business.
Yeah.
And I completely see her doing this. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm doing this for the thrill. But there is that small little bit of piece that could have went sideways and he could have been killed.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. April is here, and that means that all of a sudden, every feed is an endless scroll of vacation photos, scenic hikes, and I guess everybody I know is into volleyball now. It's basically rocket fuel for feelings of inadequacy and social anxiety, the exact kind of stuff that therapy can help with, and BetterHelp makes starting therapy easy. Anxiety often peaks in the late springtime, but with BetterHelp, you can nip it in the bud. The majority of BetterHelp members seek support for anxiety, and 69% of members report improved anxiety symptoms after just 6 weeks of therapy. Just head to betterhelp.com/newrockstars, fill out a questionnaire, and you will match with a therapist in as little as a couple days. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. If it's not the right fit, they carefully make sure therapists on the platform are well qualified, and their customer support team is there to help you if you have any questions. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.5 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. Let BetterHelp help you rule your anxiety so that it doesn't rule you. Click the link in the description, scan the QR code, or go to betterhelp.com/newrockstars and get 10% off your first month of therapy.
So it seems like Muse's storyline this season is done.
Is now done.
We're moving on to the Anti-Vigilante Task Force. I assume we have 2 more episodes. Bullseye's coming back. What do you think, Jess? Like, do you feel like we got enough Muse this season? Do you feel like we got a sufficient mouthful of Muse?
I would have loved more, or at least for the story to end 2 episodes ago when we were really introduced to him, because we spent the last 2 episodes last week wondering where Muse is, like what Muse is going to be doing after what happened in episode 6. So I was like, oh, so he's going to be trailing along, going to the end of the season. Now it's like, nope, he's done. And he was done so quick.
Yeah.
3 bullets.
I was worried about Heather Glenn because Heather Glenn's fate in the comics is very grim, and I applaud the show for avoiding fridging a character in this situation. But I think it came at a cost of ending Muse. I will say that I have more questions about what are his political stances, because a lot of his art was political in nature. Mm-hmm. Was that all just a front, or was he did he have some takes on the nature of power and money in the city as reflected by his art of Mayor Fisk kissing the booty hole of the Wall Street Bull? I
guess it clearly was not. I don't think he did. And I think it's only because he mentions how he wanted to be seen. He was like, no one sees me. And now people are starting to see me. And I think he had to make such obtuse art for people to recognize it. And because there's probably a story behind this where he was still doing graffiti and it was just like a tree, or it was just a sun. And people were like, oh, this is nice graffiti. But now that you're zeroing in on our mayor kissing the ass of $100 bill or whatever it was within that donkey's butt.
It was a bull.
Was it a bull? Was it the bull? Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, was it the Wall Street Bull? I think that's when people are like, oh, yeah, maybe our guy wasn't a good guy. Because I don't think people really paid attention to White Tiger's art. It was just more like, oh, R.I.P. it was like the real art that got people talking, the dead people and Mayor Fisk.
Another very bloody episode.
Yeah.
I mean, the crime scene alone, but then just how much blood got over that therapist's office. Whew, quite a bit. Hard to watch. Squeamish, but I love that like the MCU is going to these places now.
Yeah, it wasn't as worse. I will give it this, and actually, depending on who you are, not as worse as jumping on a man's shins that are fully out like this. That, nah, I couldn't live to see. This, I could at least sit and not scream.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm loving just the whole anti-vigilantism that Fisk is now operating with in the city. I love that we get to see some of Buck Cashman.
Yeah, I like that.
In this, yeah, Buck Cashman's helping him execute the stuff. I just want to know, how long can Fisk and Vanessa keep this toxic relationship going?
I agree, and I don't want it to last for another season. I don't want to see this keep going over season 2. I want, or at least even if it is going over through season 2, I want it to be said out loud what she is doing and what he is doing. It's only fair for us as the audience, because I'm like, oh, I'm just assuming this, but I do love the idea, the mystery behind what Vanessa is doing. I am obsessed with it. Is she into it? Is she trying to murder her husband, or is she just like just very into this cat and mouse game that they're playing?
Yeah, I think she's trying to make him jealous by flirting with, and by flirting I mean just like giving any of her energy to these heads of the 5 families. And she wants to not just, concentrate control and avoid dissension and shore up any kind of authority Fisk will have over these guys. I think she also wants to use them in a way to bring her husband closer to her.
I do think when Luca was like, hey, it was better and clearly worked more when you were here, she loves that.
Yeah.
She loves that. And I love that too. I just want them, and this is just me, I want them to break up. I know that Fisk will not have it, but I want her to be like, nah, I'm going to stick to the criminal part. You stay over there with your mayor stuff, and we're not going to converse anymore.
As we pivot into the end game of this season, generally at this point in the arc of a season, you can see what the structure of the season is. So, we had the first 2 episodes that were kind of both reflected the original version of the show and the new reshot pilot. Then we had episodes 3 and 4 that dealt with the Hector Ayala trial, with the Muse storyline. And it feels like episode 4 and episode 6 and 7 were kind of part of a 3-episode arc that was dealing with Muse, like the aftermath of Hector Ayala and Muse. And then they had the Kamala Khan father bank heist episode that was kind of plopped in the middle a little bit. I've been really enjoying all of that, though. I don't have a problem with that. But it does feel like that could have come earlier or later. And now we're pivoting into the final 2 episodes. We're done with Muse, but we have this anti-vigilante task force that we know will still be a problem in season 2 of the show. So does this mean we finally come back to Bullseye and to Frank Castle for these final 2 episodes?
I think we're going to come back to Frank Castle. I don't know if we're going to go back to Bullseye, and we should. I just think the Bullseye picture, and I keep assuming that Bullseye was connected through Vanessa and was hired through Vanessa to go take out that hit on Foggy and Karen. But if that's not the case, I'm just like, oh, I think we're going to either see him escape, which is going to be a quick bit, and we're going to go back to the anti-vigilante task force. I do think maybe more so Bullseye will come at the very end as just like a reminder, and then his little thing will go into season 2. I think they want to keep Wilson Bethel. From what the interviews with that actor sound like, it sounds like he is there for the long ride, or like just for a good time. I think now we're gonna end the season with the Punisher. I don't think it's gonna resolve the anti-vigilante task force at all. If anything, I think what the Punisher's gonna do is gonna make them look better. Indirectly. He's gonna be like, I don't care. I'm just taking these guys out because they're stupid. And everyone's gonna be like, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
I think Mayor Fisk's, I know you only have so many executive powers as a mayor of a town, but I don't know. The MCU just has some kind of like interesting politics and interesting governmental structures with the amount of wealth and the amount of power, the amount of physical power he has. I think he's going to become like a dictator within New York. He's going to set up a police state. He's going to reject any kind of federal authority and basically hold the city hostage and run it with this small task force.
Yeah.
I think he's going to, I don't think a mayor can declare martial law, I think only federal authorities can declare
Watch him somehow do it. Or do his own version of it.
Yeah, I think he's going to do some version of that. And that's where we'll end the season.
Yeah, I can see that. That's the thing is like we're in the first season of this new Daredevil series, so it's not going to end on a good note for us.
Yeah.
Not for us. It's going to be great for the bad guys, shitty for us. Maybe the second season will end with like a little more amicable, but no, we're going to end being disappointed. I just hope not another good person dies.
Yeah, I know.
Not another good person.
I'm still worried
Muse
about
is
Cherry.
not a good person.
Worried about Cherry.
Cherry, I think, is going to go. I think Cherry's going to go before Heather's going to go. I think Cherry is going to end this season getting killed, and I'm going to be so sad. But I think it's going to if it's like Kristen McDuffie, Kristen, I will be so mad. I'll be like, that didn't even make sense. She didn't do anything. She just sat there.
Well, if you have questions about this episode or some theories on where the rest of the season is going, be sure to join us on the Break Room channel tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We'll be live streaming Jessica and myself and Brandon and Evan. And then the Easter egg breakdown for this episode will be on the New Rockstars channel tomorrow. And I know, again, from CinemaCon, lots of crazy huge news is happening this week. So we're going to just get to all of it as quickly and as thoroughly as we can. Jess, has been another fun Tuesday night watching.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to go rewatch this for specifically the baton scene where he throws it.
Yeah.
the baton or the hook or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the Billy Club.
His stick, yeah. See the Billy Club? See him come down that rope? And just to hear that man go, hey! Hey! Oh! Also, my boy, that's a stupid move for him to be making. Sneaking up on Daredevil?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Once you see him, you should just back up
I would
and
be
then follow him.
I would try to be so silent. I'd be like, he can hear me, can't he?
Yeah, he knows I'm here already. Well, subscribe to all the channels in the New Rockstars network. And again, nerdwrite.shop, a great place to find some really fun, cool, nerdy gifts for your friends and loved ones. Follow Jessica on socials. Follow me at socials. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.